Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory. Yes, we're back on Satisfactory once again, going to be continuing our single player playthrough. So, if you went here last time, we had gotten started on our copper sheet factory, our permanent one, that is. With this right here, we had a, might as well put that blueprinter back as well. Here, because I gotta use it anyway. In just a moment. Put that back. Yeah, we had built this blueprint essentially. So this blueprint here, it's using beams to do a bit of a, somewhat of a bit of an archway to kind of hide the factory in like a, I don't know, a big sheet of copper, I guess. Big copper sheet, you know, something similar. It doesn't have to be exact, of course, but that's just something we were working on, though. And like I said last time, I was going to get this finished. I actually have a train station full of more concrete for when we need it. So, or a train car. There we go. Plus, I do have some concrete in my inventory as well, because this right here is 750 concrete just to make this one piece. And the other thing I wanted to do was I did want to put these at the top here. I think. Maybe. Oh, that's gonna be annoying, isn't it? So something like that-ish. It'd have it be sunk in, I guess. But yeah, we were trying to figure out how we wanted to make this work. Or how we were going to put windows in it, essentially. Because I don't want to have this just massive circle like this and just call it a day. I want to do something else with it, I think. So that's what we're going to be figuring out today. We're going to be trying to finish the outer shell of this factory, and then hopefully get to work on the actual machinery of this factory too. You're probably thinking, you know, where are you going to put the machinery? Well, I think we're going to put the machinery down here, underneath the factory, which means I need to build another one of these, but in the bottom quarter. So that should be somewhat easy to do. I'm not exactly sure how easy that would be. Because if we load up the original blueprint that we made, yeah, Pillar Arch 3, which is a big sucker, is our blueprint. It's like, how do we get that to work underneath? Basically, we'd have to come from the top and then pivot downwards. It's gonna be pretty difficult. And then the blueprint is gonna be sitting. Actually, we could go from the bottom and go up this way, and then it's sitting on the bottom. That would also work. Oops. I don't need that. Get that out of my inventory. Yeah, let's go ahead and give that a try. So we're going to take some architecture. We're going to try to use these, yeah. Be a column support. How am I gonna... Probably going to have to be like this. I mean, I guess we don't necessarily have to have it right there this moment. Yeah, so it's like this. Okay. And then we kinked it 1, 2. This is supposed to be 3, like this. Or is it? I was like, what the heck is that green? Oh no, it's supposed to go 3 down from here, right? Yeah, because this is the bottom layer. It's only 1 foundation thick. Yeah, because we're essentially building it in reverse. It's going to be hard to figure out. Let's see, is it going to be there, maybe? Once I get into the rhythm, it won't be too bad, but... Oh yeah, that's going to be difficult. Going to be very difficult to figure out, trying to get that, but we'll make it work. Alright, I'm going to kind of give up on that. I've tried and I've tried and I tried, it's just not working the way I want it. We could just go with this and just say to hell with it, looks like crap, but I've built this thing like 4 times now, and it always comes out with these weird gaps. I don't know how I did this one and made it look as nice. I mean, it doesn't look, when you get super close, it doesn't look as nice. But it's not too bad. Like, all the angles are roughly the same and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm kind of, I think I'm just going to go with this one. I've been at this for like 3 hours already. It may sound like, oh, that's a bit exaggerated. No, actually, I have been at this for like 3 hours. It's just because I can't make it work. So I'm gonna go with a slightly different plan. Just gonna be, I'm gonna get this here. Every time it comes out either the same or slightly worse or slightly better, it's just like, it's just not working. I think it was this right here. Nope. Or was it out this far? There's somewhere around here. No, that's a little too far. And that's not far enough. Ah! It's either fully overlapped or it's not overlapped at all. Hold on. Might be here. Aha! Gotcha. Yeah, you know, when I give up, it's really hard. Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad. Yeah, it's not too bad. We'll just call it a day. Alright, let me go and save that. Save that as... What did I call it? I called it a, it's like pillar arch 3. Inverted. Select icon. Okay. It's like, yeah, I could probably improve it, and I could also sit here for another 3 hours and probably make it look a little bit better. You know how it goes. Let's go ahead and clear that. Let's see how this works. I have plenty of concrete to make that work. Inverted version. Ooh. That should still work. Oh, you can't even see it. Oh, that's what it is. It's because that's already built. Duh. Sorry. Go ahead and fix that. Load blueprint, load this one. And you probably still won't be able to see much of it, but... Yeah, I can't have that top piece. The reason I can't have that top piece is because it's already here, so... Let's go ahead and... save the blueprint, confirm. And we'd always add those back if we need to. I just need to make sure this is going to work. We might have to remove the... or not remove the foundation, but we might have to do this. Put that on zoop mode. Move these. Now we do the inverted. Ooh, that's not high enough. Yeah, that's not high enough. Would one more foundation up work? I think so. I think it would. Yeah, it needs to overlap slightly with the other blueprint. I just need to make sure this blueprint's going to work before I make the big one. Yeah, okay. Like I said, it's not going to be the greatest, but at least it'll work. Alright, cool. Then we're going to go ahead and put this blueprint in. This is just so we don't have, because we've experienced it before with that other factory, that if we have too many blueprints in one area, it tends to lag itself to death, so we're going to try and avoid that. Oops. And just like that train I did earlier. I freaking, I had this train bridge I was building earlier on the dedicated server. It was, 3/4 of the bridge was at the correct height, but then somehow I guess I wasn't really paying attention when I placed the other quarter, and I actually went one foundation downwards, and I had to rip up that whole quarter of the bridge, and it was just like, okay, that's fixed. So then I got it's the correct height, that's fixed, and then I realized that when I got to near the end of the bridge, that it wasn't at the right angle, so I had to tear apart the entire bridge. It took me many hours. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's the way it goes sometimes, though. I don't know if this blueprint's gonna work unless I... it might still work. Or it's not gonna. Oh, wait. No, it's not gonna. I have an idea, though. If we get it into position, like that, like put on blueprint mode. Oh, it's overlapping the blueprint designer. Okay, clear blueprint designer. Ah, I win. Nice. And freeze. Yeah. Actually, it's not too bad. This portion, the portion that's not as good as the top portion, is in the water, so it's not too bad. Get rid of all this junk. I got what I wanted, though, so, you know, that's good. Take it off of blueprint mode. That's now locked in place. Get as close as we can, essentially. I think that's where it needs to be. Certainly does look like it, otherwise it's way out here. Yeah. You know what I was also thinking too, just now thinking this. We could run a beam across there and cover up the edge. It might take a couple of beams side by side, but we could definitely do that. Hour. Just wouldn't be one of my videos if I didn't end up in the water. Every time I'm near water, it always ends up the same. I always end up in the water somehow. That's been happening since like season 2. No, season 1. Sorry. That's been happening since season 1. Always end up in the water somehow. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Now we can put this back where it's supposed to be. Yeah, I don't like that. I think we're gonna have to move. We're gonna have to nudge this inwards. Yeah, nudge it in at least one. It's either that or we gotta pick up the whole thing up by one foundation, or we gotta lower the whole deal by one foundation. Yeah, there's only 2 ways to do it. Also, this side, is this side correct? I think it is. Ish. And it's not quite correct. If I lock this in place, can I match that? Will that look better or look worse? Not any better. And I'm using the small little nudge as well. Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll run a set of beams across there to kind of cover up some of that. We can still make it look good. I mean, it's not too bad. It just needs, we just need some slight adjustments, that's all. I was thinking about deleting these, but then I was like, you know what? I don't mind those being there. Yeah, actually don't mind those being there. It's like a little hump. I mean, the train line's going to go through it anyway. It's just if we delete those... could move them down. Hold on. Move them down a tick. No, that's going to be a pain in my butt. Which ones? Okay, so these ones here. Do it from the inside here. Yeah, if we move these down a tick, it's just these specific 4, so not too bad. You need to go on the outside here, though. And we'll go... Oops. Oop. Oop. Okay, then we'll remove these four, because these are the ones that need to move down. We'll go boop, 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 and boop. Okay, so these are now moved down slightly. Now we can remove these. And that should be very minimal. I could move them down another tick. Yeah, I mean it's not like it's a big thing. Yeah, just need to move them down another tick. There. Just a small space. Yeah, that's much better. Actually, I like it now. Okay, so then we gotta run these across, all the way across the bottom here. So don't worry, I got plenty of concrete. But as you can see though, it is starting to get a little bit laggy the more blueprints we add. It seems for some reason the blueprints take up more data than placing the blocks by hand would. The one thing I would ask, if I could, also I just used up all of the concrete that was in the thing, is if there is a way that we can, like if we're done with the build, if there was a way we could select the blueprints and make them not blueprints anymore. Like you have the blueprint stored in your, so you can still place it down from the blueprint menu. But you can't do this anymore with it. You can't, like, see it as a blueprint and then remove it later. Like, there would be nice if there was a way that you could turn it into a non-blueprint so that it would take up less resources, I guess you could say. Because, yeah, that's what I'm noticing, is the more blueprints you add to a specific area, the more laggy the game gets. That's what I'm noticing here. And the more blueprints I add to a specific area, the more likely I am to crash when crash with the error max U objects hit. So I think it's more related. I mean, people have done it without using blueprints, so they've hit that when there was no there was no probable cause for hitting that U limit. The only way to avoid it really is just to restart the game from time to time if you're playing super long sessions. At the moment, that's the only way to fix it, as far as I know. Well, not fix it, but kind of prevent it, preventative measure. Yeah, this isn't too bad. The only problem is, as well that I see, is closing this up with a wall. Oh, hello. So what is that? No. Ah! Power! There's a SAM node over here too. But yeah, if you could like set it to where like right now it'd be like a little option that's like set all blueprinted all blueprints to non-blueprints. I don't know, something like that. That would probably actually save my game quite a bit, because I do have quite a bit of blueprints. I don't know how you would do it. I have no solution for them at the moment. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have to pull the edge in, so it doesn't stick out. We'll have to do it from underneath. So I gotta get rid of all these floorings and nudge them over, so they're not sticking outside of the build. You see how long this is? Gotta build it from underneath too. So it's a cool build. It's just we've got to do some stuff with it first before I can start building actual factories. Alrighty, so I got some ideas. I kind of been mulling around some ideas and stuff, trying to figure out what I'm gonna do about these little gaps here, and stuff like that. And I think I might have figured it out. I started building this, and I was like, this is taking forever. Let me just blueprint it instead. So basically, I'm putting this beam in between here. Obviously, it's going to be painted the same color. But yeah, if you put it in between here, even if it has a little bit of a bump, it does smooth it out overall, especially from a distance. So I think that's what I'm going to do. But I was like, you know what? It is taking forever. Let me go ahead and blueprint this instead, and then we'll work out from there. So basically, I'm just taking this beam, and we'll put it on the bottom here, and I'm going to hold control. I'll slide it. Can I not slide it up? I might not be able to slide it up. Okay. So then... yeah. There's a way. Actually, this might be the... let's see. Yeah, it doesn't want to... there we go. Okay, so if we do that... we take it from here and we drag it across. Is that going to work? It's not too bad. It's not exactly where I want it. I don't think I'm going to get any closer. At least I don't think I'd get any closer. Could drag it from here. Yeah, that's definitely too high. Yeah, do it like that. Okay, yeah, a little bit of a bump's not too bad. I'll keep that in mind. It does kind of cover it up though, so... but this one in particular, I do need to... I need to find out where it needs to be over here first, and then we'll work on... Nope. Okay, so it needs to be on the top portion. I don't know if the beam... I don't know if the blueprinter is going to allow me to do that, but we'll give it a try. So far, though, this one... yeah, even though it's a bit of a bump on that, I think it'll be okay. Oh, whoops. A copper finish on that. Or should we do like... should we make them a thing? Like do the carbon steel. Ooh. Yeah, we could actually pull the detail out of it. That ain't too bad. We might reposition this one. And just run it along the bottom. What the heck? Wait for that autosave, but dang it. It's like if I can get it to fit properly. So if I do it like that, it's not going to work. That's too much. Is that too much? Stop being a pain in my butt. Just nudge the correct way. Ah. Hate when it does this. And it doesn't want to nudge the correct direction. Oh well. Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. We're probably not gonna see it anyway. Yeah, it does stick out by quite a bit. Ugh, I don't know if I can fix that one. It's alright on one face, but then the other face is just like... What the heck, man? Yeah, we'll just have to run this one, I think. We could always run it like that. Leave that bump on, like, don't rotate it on purpose. Yeah, okay. Alrighty, so now that we've got that all kind of painted, we can kind of, we can go ahead and save this. Blueprint saved. And then we'll load the other blueprint, Arch 3, and then do the same to this one, so then we don't have to paint and put all the extra details in. Okay, so I think this might be, I'll have to do some by hand work, unfortunately, but I think this might be the way this works here. Yeah, looks pretty good. I got these beams across here. With the signs on them. I can't put them here or down here, unfortunately, on the blueprint. Just not possible. The blueprinter will not allow that. Unless, actually, I just had an idea. Unless, see, we already saved this, right? Clear blueprint designer. I had just had an idea. Blueprint. The RH3 the V2. Uh-oh. Nope, doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do it. It's because of the beam. The beam on the bottom. I think it's not going to allow it. Unless I get rid of that. That could also work. Okay, let's load the blueprint then. Just trying to come up with ways to get around the restrictions of the blueprinter. If we remove that beam down there, and we save, and then we clear the blueprint designer, then we load up the blueprint with our hands. Oh! We had it. Yeah, instead of having it here, we move it 1 over. Or maybe even 2 over. Put it in the middle. And, oh, I was going to say. And there goes my game. Alright. Then at most we'll have to do 1 line of signs that aren't going to work. At least we can put these here now. And I'm not going super crazy with the signs this time, so don't worry. We're going very, very light with these. Because the that other factory, the factory we just finished earlier, last week, that was a disaster. It looks pretty, but man, is it a disaster. Oh, I was didn't. Well, oh, it's being a absolute pain. See, I want to tip this down 1, so we still get that edging. Nope. Okay, so it's not going to allow me to put that down there. You know what? I might... Actually... No, I don't have to. I don't have to. Right. Okay. Yeah, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the blueprint that's already there in order to snap to it, and it should at least get me close to where I can either nudge it in place or whatnot, but we will have to do a line of signs on each side. Okay. So that we can continue that line there. And then what I called it pillar, arch, bridge, pillar, arch, 2. No, pillar, arch. No, it's pillar, arch. I don't remember the damn name of it. Was it pillar, arch 3? Yes, pillar, arch 3, V2. V2. That select icon. Blueprints. Pillar arch 3 V2 and then pillar arch 3 V2 or inverted V2. Okay. So then we should be able to. Oh, the annoying bit, I'm gonna have to redo this. That's fine. I just thought about that when. Oh well. Didn't take me all too long. Replace that with the bettered version. There we go. Yeah, that's the line we'll have to complete. Okay, so we'll also have to get rid of this beam partially. Alright. So then basically, yeah, I just got to replace all of the arches from one end to the other. And then I was trying to put end caps on this with like windows or something. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out when we get to it. But for now, let's go ahead and replace these. Alrighty, finally got that done. I do think that is pretty good so far. There's got to be some other ways we can improve this, right? I'm not exactly sure what yet, but I do think there are a few ways that we might be able to improve this design. But I think for now, though, we'll go ahead and ignore the design, and we'll improve upon it later. Maybe we should be a little more focused on making the factory work. Now, I was thinking about a couple different ways I could do this. And one of the ways I was thinking was putting a floor down here, which would have all the constructors. There is another option. And that other option being... Let's put a train in here. We could do a split floor design. So we put a train down here to see the height. Okay, it's lower than that. Alright, that works. I actually don't even know how many constructors I need. Maybe we'll figure that out this episode. We'll figure out how many constructors I need as well. I do like the glass, but I think we need some lighting underneath this here. Like if we put, definitely some good lighting. I think would definitely help out. Some actual lighting, not just lumen. Let's go with organization. Should we do some flood-mounted lights? Yeah, these could work. And we could even turn it into a blueprint. And then just have one every other one or something like that. And of course we can pivot it if we like. I was thinking this would be really cool though, to have some floodlights kind of lighting up the water. And then we go like every other foundation. Something like that. Oh yeah, we gotta be very careful how we do this, because that was not correct just a minute ago, what I just did. Let's see, on a blueprint... So that works on a blueprint right there like that. Okay. I mean, we may not need this many floodlights. We may do like... We kind of gotta find out, don't we? Let's go ahead and throw some power through here. Connect that up to a train station. The floodlight's not really doing its job, is it? Yeah, that's not what I was thinking. It was a failure. Okay, well, just kind of figured it out. Yeah, the other lights are more powerful. That's the other thing I want from 1.1 as well, is I want actual lighting. Actual good lights. I want little tiny lights that we can connect up into a factory wirelessly, rather than having to have wires for everything. Have a just like the distance with the hover pack, right, that I'm working on right now, have that power basically connected to that, to a connection. So if you have a connector somewhere within a decent sized radius, you can put these little interior lights down, and that would work there. Or you could put up like a light controller, and it would put out that radius for all of your lights, because then you could control it with whatever's within the radius. And when you're putting it down, maybe it puts out like this little band, so you can see how big the radius is. You know, kind of similar to what the water pipes do when they put that little ring that flows up the pipe when you're trying to put down a pump, so you can know how far it goes. Like, that would definitely work there. Yeah, I think we'll figure it out next time, though. Unfortunately, we are out of time for this what was that, all that orange? we are out of time for this episode, so we're going to go ahead and leave it here. And we're going to see what we can figure out next time. So next time, I think we're probably gonna start working on the machines. But what I was thinking with a design to kind of continue what I was doing is I was thinking that we could put a split floor right here. If we put a split floor and then we put factories on top of it, just kind of imagine this for a moment. We put factories on top of that. Do we just need constructors and smelters? We have a long enough area that we can make all that work on a single floor. Especially with the amount of copper sheets I'm going to need, which hopefully won't be that much, but we'll figure all that out next time. But yeah, unfortunately, we are at the end of this episode, and I just got a blizzard warning not too long ago, so I'm in the middle of a blizzard, and I'd rather, finish recording before the power goes out. So we're going to go ahead and leave it there. So yeah, we will continue this next time. So with that, though, that is going to be it. So I do hope you enjoyed. Oh, and before you go, I would like to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of the investors you can see here. Seriously, thank you. You guys are awesome. It is much appreciated. And until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.